I was
Hello.
first because I was actually listening to stream.
Hello, and welcome to our Wednesday Night Rival show, this edition of Monster of the Week. We are on episode 3 now. How are we all feeling, gang?
Woo!
I'm feeling really good. How are you?
Doing splendiferous, some would say.
Of course, my dog starts barking as we fucking go live.
Naturally,
It happens.
listen, Toby just
He's
needs
been-
to be in the limelight.
He's been quiet up until this point.
Can you put Toby in your lap and just pet him while
I
things are going on?
cannot. He is 80
He's a big
some odd
boy.
pounds.
Are you sure?
Toby,
Do not. I held
I've
Jaeger
got a
in
great
my
day
lap
to be a
all the
lap
time.
dog. You can do it. I believe in you.
Jaeger is
that would
100
be-
pounds.
Okay, that would be fine if his hips weren't already screwed up and he gets
Oh.
grumpy whenever they get touched.
Leave that
Okay.
with that.
That makes more
But-
sense.
Um,
Oh.
show. If for those of you that are coming here for the first time, welcome. A part of this particular program that we're doing, where we're going through different tabletop RPGs to see which one we like. This is not the permanent fixture yet, and if it is, awesome. If it doesn't, that's okay. We are just kind of getting started with the hunt, but before I kind of give a recap, why does the party introduce themselves and their characters? And we're going to start off with... Gotta look at the character setup. Start off with Sage.
Absolutely. Hi, I'm Tony. My co-pilot and I, Ramona here, we're playing Sage Maldonado. They are a divorcee turned recreational ship captain turned lighthouse keeper and oddities keeper, playing the pararomantic playbook, and of course, I believe the glue that holds the party together, whether anybody else believes that or not.
I have a really mean comment that I could make. Oh
It's
my
fine. Just kick the sick dude while he's down. It's fine.
God. I mean, he wasn't the glue that held his marriage together. They weren't the glue that held their marriage together. So
Oof.
That's true. That's true. I think that's perfect. Speaking of which, Darkness, why don't you introduce my ex-wife, or Sage's ex-wife?
Well, then, I am part of the component that broke apart the glue. I'm playing the ex-wife, Deidre Phoenix. I am a magic crackhead, basically.
Magic crack. Jesus Christ.
You think I might have been the problem? You think Sage might have been the problem?
It was after the divorce that the magic became a thing. So, yeah, just trying to find the next fix. So, cares about the niece deeply and doesn't want the niece to get hurt, but also just looking for the next fix.
Meh.
Speaking of niece,
On to the niece.
Oh, okay. Hi guys. I am playing Minerva Wilson, and I am playing out of the Mundane book.
Yay.
I'm the only one who didn't know about anything.
Oh, I'm the hex. I didn't say that.
Well, I mean,
Well, no, correction. One of us was crazy and saw things, just didn't know what to do with them.
Like that kid that saw goblins under their bed when they're about 7 and no one believes them.
Yeah.
are you saying that that's not normal?
Potentially not.
Oh.
But yeah, so they are, or she is a investigative journalist in this town, and also the connection to the first murder victim, as it was my roommate. Let's go with my uncle's roommate.
Ankle?
yes. Hi. I'm Bright. I'm playing the monstrous. Her name is Jolene Strata. And she is a ghost that just happens to be larking around the lighthouse and made friends along the way.
She's a phantom.
Huh?
She's a phantom. Sorry, I was doing Danny Phantom theme.
Yes, and then I guess I shall bring it to our finale. The weirdo that is Rev.
I went first.
No.
No.
I was like, don't do this to me, bro.
I almost freaking believed you.
Self-doubt where you're like, did he? I am Sanguine Rev and I am playing Carl. And Carl is just happy to have everyone equally acknowledging what he's seeing for once. Yeah, so I mean that's really his life right now. I'm playing the spooky. Carl sees things. Sometimes they're there.
Most of the time they're there, but they don't realize it, but it's fine. Thank you. And I am the keeper. I am playing literally everyone else.
Literally.
Literally. How this hunt began, it's late August. School's about to start in the East Coast, the New England area where this place takes place. Along the wonderful ocean, this kind of old downtown area that has become more of a touristy sort of trap sort of vibe. A lot of them are all mom and pop shops or kind of just rundown places where a lot of people have lived there all their lives. Before and after, the government decided, well, not the government, that sound like I hate the government. Before a shadow organization removed the knowledge that this country, this world that we live in, is full of magical creatures and people are not all just plain humans. Such was the case, and they also do their best to try to hide the truth by any means necessary. And sometimes those things they try to hide come out and chomp on people. Chomp chomp. Yes. And that was unfortunately happened to Minerva's roommate, and it's been one day since it happened. It's the morning of actually, and they've been trying to gather information best they can, and during this process, Minerva Wilson has been told the truth that the world is full of not just humans, and sometimes there's ghosts, sometimes there's monsters, and sometimes the baker that sometimes the guy who owns the baker, Tony, is actually a lich. It just
He
happens.
owns the baker?
He is the baker.
That's not what you said.
I meant bakery.
I mean,
You guys heard it here. Brett's pro-slavery.
Never mind.
You can't go after that.
I guess stream's over. I
There's no
can't
saving
say anything after that.
This has been
No
Monster of the
recovery.
Week. We found out Brett.
Was the monster was all along. uh,
I
But-
love that we full stop.
We're not doing the long campaign, which means we don't have a notebook to put, like, gamekeeper, face palms.
I mean, we
I
can just have everyone's facepalm.
or Rev gets Brett canceled counter.
There is a reason why the emote that I'm working on is currently just Brett done with our bullshit.
Also, yeah, we're working on emotes, guys. And by we, I mean specifically Blood. I'm taking no credit.
They'll be discussed later on. But
His blood is awesome.
yes.
We need blood to function, in fact.
Yeah.
I don't know about you
I
guys,
am
but I
very
like
valid.
bloodless.
We're all kind of dumb without blood.
I am very valued. Yay! Anyway.
Your therapist is still helping, it looks like.
No, I haven't seen that bitch in like 2 weeks. She had to cancel on me.
It's bad when your therapist needs to cancel.
It's fine, we're fine. I haven't seen her since I got fired. It's fine, we're good.
Well, look at it like this. You definitely got something to talk about.
I don't think that's a good thing.
Anyway.
Minerva and Deidre have gone to the last scene of the crime trying to find any more clues, and it looks like they did find some. While that was going on, Carl, Jolene, and Sage did a bit of research on their own using the vast library of spooky books that is held at this lighthouse spooky place. And they're all kind of getting similar clues, but Sage and Jolene specifically, you both know that, unfortunately, even with all the research here, you're going to have to wait at least until the next time it hunts to get more clues so you can find out where its actual habitat might be, because searching around, everywhere could leave you unprepared and get attacked by this creature, or just be a wild goose chase. And you don't know how you're going to break that to Minerva.
I found a sewer. Can I
Yeah,
go
but-
down it?
No.
I have to ask this. Actually, when you guys found the broken sewer, the porthole cover of that broken lock,
How strong is Minerva?
a manhole cover weighs 80 pounds, and you don't have a crowbar or any way of lifting it up, and it's not like you could just go whoop and just toss it. Like,
It's already ripped off.
I do.
no, the
have-
lock was snapped off. Not the manhole cover is still on there.
Yeah, they're like
They're heavy.
solid. And
Yeah.
Wait, I thought
80
you
pounds.
described it being lodged
The
into the
lock
trash
itself.
bin.
They
the
tore
lock-
out something, tore off the lock, and threw it out there so that they could go
Yeah.
into it, but then covered it again.
Oh, this whole time I thought that was the manhole. Okay, that makes so much more sense.
the person
Yeah.
hole.
Okay, okay.
The them hole.
Um,
Show me
Yeah.
them holes.
the hell?
I don't think Minerva
Technical
would
issues
be
were the
too
issues.
terribly strong. They have +1 to tough.
I will say that your former aunt Deidre did say that they should go as a group because they don't think that they can protect you from whatever this is.
I was going to ask, did we
Yes.
have the forethought as a group, and I know we didn't outright say it, but would we have planned a, time to meet back up? And also...
No, because remember
is there
I
a
ran
phone
off.
booth? We haven't also, is there a phone booth that we all know that we can contact each other at? Because this is free everyone having cell phones.
Well,
Yes.
Deidre
Uh,
was finding a phone booth right now to call you guys back at
Yeah,
the.
there's a phone booth right next to. It's right on the corner, right next to the bus stop, because they always did that.
Yeah, and Deidre was like, "I'm gonna find one," and I got a call and report because this shit's getting scary.
Let me this.
Bring, 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 bring,
So,
bring.
yeah, that means we need somebody posted where there's a phone to be answered.
Sage has a couple
I
of phones.
imagine the lighthouse would have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is
The
there a
lighthouse-
person at the lighthouse?
There's the three of you are there.
Okay.
One of you is
yeah.
a lot dead than the others, but
I believe
Also-
the library was in the lighthouse.
Yes,
yes.
That we were at. So
I-
yeah,
I
we were all at the
misread
lighthouse.
that.
So yeah, Sage will Sage will probably be nearby it, hoping for a call. To be honest with you, so
Seeing
they'll
as
pick
I
up
just kinda
probably
took off.
probably pretty quick. There is a hitch in their grab as they are about to grab it in half a ring, and they wait till there's a ring and a half.
Sure.
Pick it up all nonchalant like. Dude, spooky lighthouse tours. This is Sage speaking.
Hey, it's Deidre. We found more information on where it might have gone. It looks like a manhole. This seems strong. It ripped off a lock, and that thing is currently embedded in metal. I forgot
the
to
lock
do the
is
accent
embedded
again.
in metal, or the thing we're after.
Yes, the lock is embedded in the metal, and I did my kind of thing, and I found that we found a needle that's from a veterinary thing. Like
It's a
not a
trank
normal
dog.
needle
It's
size.
basically a trank dart.
It looks like a trank dot. Thank you.
Yeah.
And this thing ripped it out of its arm as it was trying to protect something. Anyway, strong and scary and big. Very,
lifted
very
a-
big.
I lifted a manhole and then put it back on.
Yeah. Can you hear her?
A little bit. It's kind of scratchy. If you want to hold out the receiver.
Crinkle,
I'll just
crinkle,
like
crinkle.
lean in. Yeah. We'll both like kind of like sit. You know how it used to be where you like sit with like the receiver in between the two of you.
Yeah.
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 No, I had no friends. I mean, what?
Oh well. You know.
Family.
I mean, same.
He didn't have family. Oh,
So
fine.
it- like you'd hold the phone like this, and then like you'd both be listening.
Ear to ear, and you're like,
That way you could both talk into it and you could both hear it.
Mhm.
mm-hmm.
Isn't it great that
I
we're all
get the idea.
millennials?
The original calls.
So old.
I don't have a nickel to get the operator
I
going.
mean-
What are you talking about?
Group calling was a thing. It just was expensive.
Very.
But anyway, so are you coming back, or are you?
I think
Can't
we
lift the
should.
manhole cover.
I'm very
It's
glad for
dangerous
that.
out there. You know you need Tidri. You know what you got to do.
Yeah, we need to return, and we need to prepare. Because I don't know what we're going up against. I just know that it's scary.
I
It
can
seems
see
like it's
that.
scared too.
tell Minerva when they get back. I'll need their help with something.
Okay. Will that... I'm gonna, like, step away. Will that actually bring her back?
I'm hoping so. I actually do need her help.
Okay. I'll let her know. And then click. Minerva, you're needed back. Go on. Like,
Fine.
Your
It's not like I
uncle
can
needs
pry
your
this
help.
damn thing off anyway.
so happy for that. Okay. Can I have a ride?
Yeah, sure.
We're heading back.
And we'll head back to the Viking.
All right.
It's a nice bike. Come on.
No, scooter, obviously. It's a scooter.
Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be stuck up here for a little while.
I mean, I don't think you're all that stuck up.
That's not what
Thanks,
I said,
buddy.
Carl. I look, but we're gonna need. I've got some fixings for dinner, but not for what 6 people we got, 5 people we got.
Just
Well, I mean,
four.
to be fair, one of them doesn't eat.
Well, that's
Yeah.
true. One of them doesn't eat, but I still didn't plan for them to start with, so it really doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, but use the food you didn't plan to give them to someone else.
That's not how that works, Carl. But I do need, some busy hands around here. You weren't bad at mixing stuff up.
Yeah,
Just-
no, I'm happy to help.
Keep it out of the shrimp slushy realm, okay?
I mean, it's called ceviche, but yeah.
That's not when it's blended up like that. If you can drink it through a straw, it is not ceviche.
That's when you spread it on toast and fry it.
You don't fry toast.
Or ceviche.
Well, if you make shrimp, you can make shrimp paste toast.
They arrive back on the motorcycle as you
How
guys are
long
just
have you been doing?
arguing about how to fry or not fry toast.
Like 40 years.
So it's a taste difference then, right? It's a generational thing.
It's a
I mean-
cultural thing.
Isn't that basically what French toast is? Don't you just fry bread with like some egg batter?
See, she knows. Also, welcome back.
Hello. Uh,
We're back.
found stuff. Holding up the trank dart and the golden bobby pin.
I didn't see that bobby pin before.
Yeah, I kind of found it on the trail. It looked
Do we-
important.
Do we think it's from the creature?
I can't remember. I thought it was something that the creature was carrying.
You knocked over a can, and it was, as you were just you were frustrated, you kicked the can over and it jingled, and you poured it out, and there was just a golden bobby pin.
that.
Just random.
It was because I
Alright.
spent a luck point. It was weird.
Well, let's keep that with us. That may be a useful tool for later.
That's a
A
surprise.
mystery mouse
Help
tool.
later.
Meow.
Uh,
It's like actual gold, not like plated gold.
but what I need you for is we need. There's some maintenance we need to take care of tonight. We gotta wait till dark and make sure that light up there is on. Fix some things up there.
You don't let anyone go up to the light.
Well, just certain people. But it's about time I could use your help.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna like look
Is
over
there
at
any
Julian.
conversation or anything that we should bring up before we kind of do a little bit of a time skip?
I just had like a funny clip I was gonna say about be like, I was the one person that didn't go into the light, and now I'm here.
No.
No.
He said,
Do you
"Ooh."
regret?
That is, the 50th time. It's still funny. I gotta admit.
I only really try to say it like once or twice a year, so it's
You guys are so old.
It's once or twice a month. We've not known each other for 50 years yet.
well, no,
it feels
but
like it some days, but
Anyway, so we're making dinner.
Yes. Chowder. It's a tasty chowder.
Num num.
like, creamy seafood blended chowder.
Clam chowder, yes.
Aren't there supposed to be chunks in this?
Well,
Listen, I'm
Carl's cooking.
trying really hard, okay?
Carl, I will say, your cooking kept me alive when we were stationed out. Because, to be honest, you can still get sustenance if you can drink it through a straw while you're moving. And so every time Carl blended something up, it seemed to save our asses. So, like, I mean,
You're out there.
Yes,
Or
There's
but
a
there's
will, there's a
some
way
things
with Carl.
that
Don't
are
ask questions
supposed.
you don't want the answer to.
Usually you don't want chunks, but there are certain things that you want chunks.
So the British person.
Hold on, I need to look up when a certain thing was popularized in the U.S.
Oh no.
No.
You should, anyway.
We should all feel very afraid right now.
It's,
I
yeah, I'm
am.
very terrified.
Oh, perfect.
I
Yeah,
am.
no, it's just like boba tea, which was popularized in the 90s.
Oh shit!
Kind of funny because it didn't really like become
It didn't get big,
popular.
big until later.
Yeah, until like the 2010s.
Yeah.
Dinner is had.
This time.
You guys that can either try to stake out the night or you guys can just get some rest. I will ask, Sage, did you inform them kind of we're going to have to wait to see what it does? Like another person is going, someone might die, but we can't just like stake out? Or
I think that's part of the conversation they'll have shortly after dinner. It's one of those conversations you try and think for a better way to say it, and you don't find one. So finally, you get up, or you're up against a wall, and you just kind of have to say it.
Mhm.
All right, kid. So you know, we're at a dead end here. Without somebody getting turned to mincemeat. I got one last shot at clues. And we're taking that tonight, but
What about the manhole cover?
you think we can face something that eviscerated a kid? We're not, like, a bunch of us did military service, but we're not fighters anymore.
I mean,
Also,
to
we're
be
not
fair,
invincible.
I do still always keep this, and Carl will like lift his shirt so you can see that he is like holstered and strapped.
And I've always got
Casually
my
got a
trusty
gun.
multi-tool.
Is
I
is
feel
it
like
even
there's
legal for
an
him to
equivalent
have that? You know, with the
with
gonna
the what?
do it like off to the side.
I missed what she was doing. What?
Carl's strapped still.
She,
No,
she
She's
was
freaking out.
questioning his legality in being currently strapped because of his mental state.
He was honorably discharged.
Yes, but he was. We all know he's a little kooky right now.
Which I will clarify that wait, real quick. Yeah, so the rounds that they're loaded, the rounds that are loaded in the magazine, the top 3 rounds are packed salt rounds, and then the next 3 are like rattlesnake rounds.
May I ask why they're packed salt rounds?
Yeah, because often the things that he see that scare him are not physical.
No, that's fair. So you don't accidentally murder someone.
Well, so you don't accidentally hurt someone, but also because salt is better on ghosts than lead.
Blinks and dead.
Just like, keep that away from me.
Be like, I will be behind you.
But anyway, I just wanted you to know we're following up on every lead we can, but we can't go down there yet, at least. Not without knowing what we're facing.
Watch the manholes somehow.
We can do some observation maybe, but that'll be after this. I need you here for this first. And then maybe we can get some folks to go watch the manholes while we're out.
Do we have an idea as to how many of these like covers are throughout the town?
I mean,
I feel like if anyone would know, that'd be Carl.
yeah, you probably, when you're doing your run, it's something you keep track of. You go 1, you just
I
run
would
2 to
be
make sure they're all
happy
there.
to roll
mean-
a check.
I could
Uh,
also just like do a quick flyby, so to speak, and just count them.
I mean, you're already dead. Couldn't you just like go down in the sewer, see what's up?
Yeah.
Go solve the game for us.
It'll make me feel a little useful because I don't have a lot of useful skills as a ghost. I can kind of just be like, boo, bye.
Ooh, bye.
Boo!
Yeah, I'll go run a small errand. Go count the manhole covers.
Okay. It's still, it's almost dusk. It's almost like 8:30 at this point.
Okay, it's starting to get dark.
Yeah.
All right, kid. It's a trek up. You ready?
I mean, yeah. Do we need to bring like tools or something, or?
I've got most of the tools already. Why don't you bring that golden pin of yours?
Okay.
It feels lucky, you know.
I was kind of thinking the same thing. I mean, a weird place to find it, right?
Yeah. I'd say can't hurt, but I don't feel like tempting fate. So, all right, kid. And they're gonna hike up to the top of the lighthouse.
Okay.
Anything of note that Minerva might be able to point out as different as they get closer to the top?
Yeah, as on the seaside specifically, as you get closer to the top of the lighthouse, there are gouges in the side that aren't like your normal wind, water, erosion type stuff. There's a couple of places where there are like charms set up on the railing as we go up. And there is, I think, an iron door, a very heavy iron door. It is pretty brand new. It's one of the first things that Sage added to the lighthouse when they got in, was securing the top.
Okay. Ultra spooky.
They'll pull out. It's got like 3 locks on it, so they'll pull out 3 separate keys from different locations, and unlock the 3 locks. All right, kid. Here's the deal. You follow me. We told you about most everything today. This is the last of it that I know of. This is how I got introduced. And be respectful, okay?
Okay.
All right. And they're gonna close the door behind the 2 of them and walk up to the top of the lighthouse, and set. They have a necklace with a scale on it that they set in a little holder at the top of the lighthouse, so that when the lighthouse light comes around, it refracts in a very specific way. That is part of their ritual / signal.
Okay.
To ask for help. And I think part of what I want to do with this, by the way, is I want to use this encounter to roll with a monster empathy check.
Okay.
And see if we can discern what this creature who's out wants or what they're protecting. More, right? Like, we kind of got the idea it was defending something, that it was protecting something. So that's my goal. Because the question I get is, what does it most desire? And we kind of already know it desires to protect something. So I kind of wanted to drill down on that, but we can just do what does it most desire if you prefer that.
Oh yeah, totally. As you, Minerva, as you see the scale necklace glisten, you've never seen a scale like this. I don't know if Minerva's a big zoo-goer or loves like lizards or anything like that. First off, the scale is massive. Think close to like shark tooth size, or like guitar pick, like a very big guitar pick. And it glistens in such a way. What color is the scale, if I might ask, Sage?
It is a pale blue-green, we'll say, with an interesting iridescent red to it. So in the right light, it sparks red off of it. I think of the difference between a calm sea and a stormy red morning, right?
Thank you. As these colors are kind of being touched by light, certain shapes begin to form in it. You know how, like, when you're trying to refract light or something, you'll see certain patterns. As you guys are trying to adjust to see what the pattern is, you blink and leaning its face towards the lighthouse, you see a monstrous serpent. Sitting, think Jormungandr size almost, from God of War. Sea foam scales are covered in just the fresh smell of saltwater. If it wasn't potent before, it is now. The pressure in this room has dropped, the temperature has decreased, you are shivering like you are sopping wet, though you are perfectly dry. You see two wings that expanded with little bits of that similar tintish red feathers close back in towards its back as you see two front arms cross and look. And you notice that all of the lights in the general area flicker shut for a moment, except for the lighthouse. Good evening, Sage.
Legon, I want to say good to see you, but we need your help. And I will say, Sage actually has a little fanny pack that they've got on. It's a little refrigerated fanny pack that they took.
Mm-hmm.
And out of it, they actually pull two imported fish. I'm not sure what little snack delicacy would be the best for Legon.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to look it up, but I didn't find a great answer. But they're going to provide at least two of those just as a tasty little snack of something that they can't get in these waters.
A large smile appears, and the teeth are surprisingly clean for a creature this big. And also, you notice that when it's talking, its mouth does not move, but the voice is so calm, and it's creeping into your mind as a little bit of fog after a morning as the sun is rising.
This is Minerva, by the way. Minerva, say hello to Lego.
Hello.
Their eyes gently look towards you. Mind you, you're about the size of one of their eyes. Here's my question: how big was Minerva into studying mythology? Were they a Greek mythology or Norse, or did they read a lot of mythology books as kids?
Oh yeah.
As a kid, they did. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Legom, then you would know, is one of the children of the betrayer god. One of the 4 confirmed ones. If this is the same serpent.
Oh. Okay.
They are a spirit of wind and water.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Minerva,
Uh-huh.
you always asked me why I stopped fishing after that boat crash.
Uh-huh.
Because
You
I found
see-
something more important.
Legon slowly tilts their head. You see a bit of a small gash or scar from where it looks like a part of boat kind of jammed into their neck.
Yeah.
Did you run into the snake?
Run is a strong. The ship turned over a little. To be honest, it was a big storm. I don't really know.
I believe, as you people say, I fucked around and found out. I was bored, and there was a consequence.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, long story short, we work together now.
I don't suppose this was just a social visit for me to introduce to your lovely niece.
It wasn't.
Also, you can sit down if you need to. You look like you're about to collapse.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a railing.
Immediately
by the
just
way.
sits and crosses legs.
And Sage will take the ice pack from the fish fanny pack and put it on Minerva's forehead.
Stinky fish.
It's what you got, right?
I think I'm
Our
good.
time is short, Sage. Before
Yes,
things
um,
get
Okay, so things are heating up down here. Long story short, Minerva's roommate got sliced in half by something
Eaten.
we believe to be in the sewers, and also uh, we found some a weird thing that is just one of those nudges, and I don't know how to place it, so I'm trying to figure out. People are gonna kill this thing if we don't intervene.
that's how
Um,
it goes, unfortunately.
and also if we don't intervene, it's going to kill more people, and I'd like for neither of those to happen. So I need your help figuring out why it's doing what it's doing and what we can maybe figure out. If we can do like the mind meldy type thing that you do sometimes. I don't know, like the
It smiles almost like a Cheshire cat-like smile for a second, and you see, as it does so, bits of seaweed that you thought were probably part of its face as it came out of the water begins to extend, almost similar to, like whiskers or antennae, and one gently begins to float, almost like a current, to the place where you, Sage, can grab it or place it up on your head, depending how you want to do it, so you guys can kind of link minds.
I think Sage will reach out, and as Sage reaches their arms out, it actually wraps all around their arms up to shoulder. So they are linked from wrist to shoulder. They're about with lightly fingertips on Legong as well. Just
I will also say one thing you did notice: you guys are not inside the lighthouse proper. You guys are like on the ramp around the light, right? Or are you inside with where the light is?
this creature's big. I think we have to be outside.
Well, I was going to say it goes through the glass as if it wasn't there, and is able just to kind of stick its head in. You know, god timey-wimey magic nonsense.
Yeah. In my mind, I had us outside.
That's fine.
So unless there's a huge advantage to us being inside, then I'm just gonna stick with that.
Perfectly fine. You see Minerva as Sage is intertwined with this giant serpent. The glow of the lighthouse spins and connects them, and you see that the light... This lighthouse has always been strange to you. It does not give off that normal light that the typical light bulbs would give. It's always had a little hint of a green to it. Which you thought, oh, maybe that's part of the spookiness. Woo, trippy, weird, weird funkle. No. It's the light of this ancient being's power as it is being connected to your family member. Okay.
Awesome.
If you'd like to make that roll now, you certainly can.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead for monster empathy.
Could you explain what that is as you're rolling?
So, monster empathy. When you try to work out what a supernatural creature desires, roll plus charm. On a 10 plus, hold 2. On a 7 to 9, hold 1. Spend your hold to answer the following questions. They keep your answer honestly. I rolled myself an 11, so that's hold 2. What does it most desire? Is the one question. What would it accept as good enough for now, and what would distract it?
What does it most desire? Escape. It wishes to be free. And your other two questions, I'm sorry?
So just one of the two. What would it accept as good enough for now, or what would distract it?
What would distract it is its habitat being attacked. And what's good enough for now, it needs sustenance. It is hungry. It needs to escape. The best way to distract it for now was to throw off its groove, as it were, and it is going to feast, one way or another.
Oh God. Okay. Oh wait. Oh. Okay. Yes. Okay. And one of the things that in this sort of mind meld that that Sage will send over to Legong is thank you for your help. If this thing draws too much attention, there is attention drawn to you as well, and I worry about that.
Careful, it looks like you might be going soft, other than that hardened fisherman with that harpoon trying to stab me in the eye.
Hey,
He did what?
well,
He did what?
when you think you have to fight for yourself against the Leviathan, you go for vulnerables. I
Leviathan's literal
was wrong.
gods.
The seaweed unwraps, and Legong looks to Minerva. Do you have any questions yourself?
How do I help? They keep saying that there's more going on, and I can't see it.
And you know, snakes sneeze. You get covered in god snot.
Godsnot. Man, that'd be a great band.
That does sound like a great.
I would listen to the hell out of that band.
That bland.
Gosh,
bland
they're
band.
not bland.
It's one of those bands that sounds like they'd be really hard and metal, but it's just like super chill.
They're folk. It's a folk band.
It's a folk band.
It's canon.
Um,
I love it.
There's just one French percussionist playing a gong, or as they call it, a legong.
Legong gets puppet.
And
Tony,
now
get
I'm
out.
gonna kick Tony out of the game.
But as you are covered in an instant, it should be gross, right?
hmm
Genuinely though, it feels like when you're on a boat and you get a little bit of sea spring as like a bit of a ripple just kind of hits you, like a bit of oh, what's it called? Brain. It's just sea spray. Brain.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
a little bit of spray hits your face.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And if you before you go to wipe away, it's gone. Like you never were touched by it. In case seeing me wasn't enough.
Thank you.
That wasn't too much, I hope.
I've
today
already
wasn't too
painted
much, that's true.
twice today, so like I'm fairly certain I should be good.
I'm curious to see how this progresses. Inform me when it's done. And when the light begins to shift away from the scale, they just vanish. As if they were never there. If you look down at the beach where there definitely would have been an imprint of this creature laying there, no imprint in the sand, there's no there's no issues with any of the boats that are just kind of enjoying the last bit of summer. Nothing. As if it was just a dream.
You made a deal with a god?
I heard deal with a god. I didn't hear the first word.
You made a deal with a god?
A deal's maybe a strong word. We're, like I said, we're partners. They wanted some peace. They wanted some quiet.
Partners make deals.
Maybe some other things. I didn't want to drown in the ocean.
This is not a negative. This is not a negative or judgment or anything. It's coming to terms with.
I hear you. And take your time and take a deep breath. We can sit up here as long as you want. But I do want to get back down with Jolene because I have an idea about how to progress this. But we are going to need to wait. But I think I can keep somebody from dying.
Okay. I mean,
Do you need another minute?
Whatever we need to do. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Let's are they still slimy? There's probably like a little small like wash up station or something.
Well, no.
In case you get
Brett said that it went away.
the slime disappeared
yeah.
too.
Slime disappeared.
I missed the
one-
slime specific part.
As if it was never there.
As if it was over there. The one thing that you will know, if you look down at your hands for a second, Minerva, like, kind of like, am I real? Is this real? There is a little tattoo right on your wrist of the symbol of Legong, which they are one of the evil gods, chaos gods, but if you read the mythology, really, they're the god of hurricanes and whirlwinds. It is a small storm cloud with a scythe through it. As they were typically the death if you met them in the open seas.
Yeah. Tattoo.
Sage is going to pick up their scale, by the way, and put it back around their neck, tuck it away. Around their like 4 layers of clothing, by the way.
Yeah, no surprise snotting for you.
Yeah.
No snoggy snotting.
No soggy snotting. No soggy sage.
But that's the best part.
Well, you
And
know.
also, before we go down, Minerva,
They don't know.
Jolene knows. Jolene knew the moment I got here. Jolene's nosy. Carl suspects, and I'll probably tell him. But Deidre's up to something, and I don't fully trust her at the moment. She's changed in ways that I cannot think about. But what I wanted to say is there was a moment after the boat had turned over. I was caught in lines, and I thought it was going to be my last. And then I got this offer from Legong, and I thought of you. Just know that whatever happens during this mystery, you are one of the people that I live for. And if I do something that you disagree with, it is almost always because I cannot live with anything happening to you. Okay?
I know. I get it. I can't. You can't expect me to stay on the sidelines too. Like.
I won't ask you to stay on the sidelines. But if there is a certain danger, and the choice is me or you, I'm always going to say me. No hesitation, no forethought. That's what being an uncle means. Okay? I just need you to know that. And if anything happens to me, you get out and tell our family I love them. And that I died in some super cool fucking way. All right? Now let's, even if it's lame, lie to them if you have to, please. But we can get down from here. We don't need to.
What about Legong?
What do you mean? What about Legong?
If you die, what about Legong?
I don't know. That's up to whatever's next, but Legong is managed for thousands of years. They'll probably figure it out. But if you're very worried, you'll find a scale.
Oh, I just completely froze and came back. I don't know whether or not stream survived that 1 sec.
I'm still seeing stream at the moment, but
Me too.
Yeah, it looks fine to me.
Okay, cool.
cool. All right. Did you hear all of what I said?
No.
Oh, what was the last bit that you heard?
I'll find a scale.
Yeah. If you truly want, if you're worried about it, you'll find a scale, and then it'll be your deal to make, if you want.
Okay. Okay.
All right. You ready? Because I have a weird night planned for us.
Weird
Don't worry.
seems to be
It's not as
the,
weird as today, though.
Weird seems to be the status quo. So, like, let's go.
Side note, the cool oddities are not the ones downstairs. All right, let's go.
D- Downstairs.
Hey, Dylan, did you not go off already to start counting manhole covers?
I did.
You did? How
Yeah.
stealthily did you do that? Or you start walking going one?
I mean, I
Two.
probably went in the sewers to find him,
Okay.
so that way I'm not just like lurking around in the dark, and I can kind of just walk wherever. No one's gonna see me.
Oh no!
Okay.
Yeah, just go where the monster is. That's fine.
Oh,
It's fine. Everything's fine.
never mind. I lied. I mean,
You
I
lied?
died, and I died.
The creature's made out of rock salt. Run!
No, she would have done it. She would have just like made it
Carl.
seem like a on a late night stroll, on a evening stroll.
Evening stroll.
Evening stroll.
I do have to ask, Sage. I'm assuming you closed down all tours for today?
Yeah, if it would have been a weekend, absolutely. An active crime scene nearby, and a family matter, 100%.
Yeah. It's
I
a
don't
give
know if it's
context.
a weekend or not, but
It's-
they only do tours on the weekends.
I
Yeah.
mean, wouldn't
An
the
active crime
just
scene-
help business?
Yeah.
It's the Thursday right before school starts. Like it's the so like tomorrow is Friday, and then it's Saturday, Sunday, and then it's school starting basically on that Monday.
Gotcha.
So this is the pinnacle of like your work. Like this is the most tourists you're gonna get until like winter break.
Follow-up question: does school
Yes.
start on a Monday here?
Ew.
It does in the East Coast. My school started on a Monday. Yeah.
Most of my schools started on like a Wednesday.
You. Oh, good for you, man. Good for you.
It was weird because there was like 3 days and none of the classes wanted to do anything because they're like, this isn't even a full week. None of you want to be here. What's your name? That's good enough.
It depended on the school, because like some of them start on Monday, then some did start on Tuesday for some reason. I don't know. I wasn't part of the school board.
Well, why not?
Weren't you?
No, I was too short.
Oh.
You know, being a child.
No, that wasn't even the issue.
They had a plank that if you weren't taller than, you couldn't be a part of the school board.
Yeah, and then they beat you with the plank. Like,
Weirdly, Brett still can't be.
well, it's because they took out my knees with the plank.
Also, if you were a second-time offender of it, they'd write water on it and waterboard you.
Oh.
I'm leaving this call. How dare you?
So if you go snowboarding in the summer, is that just waterboarding?
Yes.
Okay, bye guys.
Well, then
Also
is
surfing.
snowboarding in the winter then just crunchy ice skiing?
Anyway,
So
Crunchy
It's fine.
turkey.
Jolene,
Yes.
how/what are you doing?
Counting manholes above ground. Because I don't want to die again.
So you can you can go phase through things. Are you still visible when you're phasing through things, or do you turn invisible?
It doesn't specify. I'm assuming that I can kind of. Well, it doesn't say I can be invisible. That is something that I do not have.
Okay. So if
I
that
am-
being said, when you phase, you're still visible, which just explains why Carl saw you.
Yeah. But I'm not phasing through anything. I'm kind of just like walking around.
Okay. This will
And
take
like
you a while.
if I need to hide, then I will
Mhm.
go into the sewers. I'll kind of just be like, oh. Yeah, just go through the ground.
So as you're going through, first thing, every third street there seems to be a manhole cover. The main road that you guys are on, but it's outside. Mind you, this is older, and it looks like they might need to update it just with some of the. Well, also you guys get a lot of rain, so there's sometimes a little bit of water buildup between certain buildings. Unfortunately, especially with the cobblestone road, it's still there because they don't want to change it because it's history.
I mean, it is.
Colorful. I love cobblestone roads.
They're a lot of fun, but
They are terrible. I dislike cobblestone.
that's because you got achy bones.
No, it's because I had to drive on them, and it's not fun to drive on cobblestone.
If you'd like, I could take your bones.
Flippity cloppity
Please
cloppity
do.
clop.
I need new ones desperately. I'm all
I
done
didn't
with
say
it.
anything about giving you new ones.
Well, that's part of the deal. Either that or
You're
I
just
get
gonna
your
be floppy.
Give me your bones.
Give me your bones.
Handle your bones. Anyway, so you find a total of, from close to the crime scene, 12.
12 next to the crime
12.
scene.
Including one that had two that have been placed on the main cobblestone road area. There's also, those are just ones that are in the main road. There are also ones that are on the sidewalk, so that way they can actually have, clear safe access to the more of the four-way stops. There's a lot of different places you can go. Most of them are out in the open. I'm sure that Minerva and Deidre gave you context to which one exactly was damaged.
Yeah.
But closest ones to that, there are 3. One in the, like I said, about 3. There's another alleyway, and then on the next one there is another one. So like, there's 2 more close to that one that are hidden.
Okay. So, but still 12 in total.
12 in total.
Nice. Okay. I get to write my first piece of notes. 12
Yay.
manhole covers.
The color 12. Yes.
There are orange manhole covers. Okay.
That takes you. Also, as you're walking, you do. All the lights go out, and you look, and you see the giant creature for a second before it makes itself invisible to those that can't see.
Oh shit.
Monster equals huge. And can turn invisible.
It's a god thing. Or lesser god.
Spoilers.
They've met. Maybe once.
Oh, that one. Okay.
I am confused in this moment.
Talking about Legong. You were able to see them for a second as they turned off all the power.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were talking about the big bad at first.
No. I'm talking about the giant flying
Giant
serpent.
dragon.
That makes so much more sense.
Okay, cool. So now I have monster equals huge, can turn invisible. JK, it was Ligong. Okay, cool.
JK.
I guess I will kind of just take that. See Ligong. I'm assuming I would acknowledge that it was them, and then be like, oh, looks like Sage and Minerva are done, so I'm just gonna toddle my way over back to where we were.
And they all the way.
Making my way downtown.
Walking fast.
It is, because it is getting closer to the weekend, it is a bit more busy tonight than it was yesterday. A lot of college students, a lot of people out tonight.
Well, as long as
Not
I'm not getting put
good.
in a salt pit, then I should be fine.
Who knows?
The children yearn for the mines.
And that is why Rev is not having children.
He already has
I've
a
already had
child.
children.
You had
Anymore.
a single children.
I have created a human.
In a salt
no.
mine.
It is.
You, in fact, gave them their bones.
Well, half of them anyway.
That's a part of them, yeah. Gets weirder the more we talk about it. Anyway,
It
next
does,
God.
thing.
but yes.
Why are
Um,
why are we like
Oh,
this tonight?
There's so many jokes. I want
So,
to
I
make.
mean, I gave
So-
her mom a bone.
Oh my God! No, we're done. We're done. We're done. We're
Deidre?
done.
Someone
I'm
said
going to
it.
cut to
Someone
And guys,
said it. Ah.
good to see you all tonight.
Should we
Goodbye.
Should we take a break?
This will be our
I
last
think we should take a
stream.
break.
No, I mean, what?
I think
I
we
think
need
we're
to
getting
like
canceled.
reconnect for like a hot second. We need to just like take a hot second.
We need to get all of the dirty jokes out of our minds.
We're not telling a story
Your
right now.
living
We're telling a...
rooms.
Go
Rev,
visit the graveyard
Right,
for
yeah.
all the bones.
go to
We'll
sleep.
be right back, okay, guys?
I gotta
Love
pee.
you
That's
lots.
Bye.
Bye.
First thing first, we've been at this for an hour and a half. Thank you so much to all those who have come by and watched. We're going to get back into the hunt. Going back to Deidre first. As your former niece and former spouse went up and were gone for 5 minutes, you are hit with the most powerful hit ever. Your eyes roll to the back of your head, and you feel like you're going to break the arm off this chair that you are sitting on. And then it's gone. And your head is spinning as Carl's sitting there, probably watching reruns of cartoons or whatever Carl does after dinner, I don't know.
I imagine Carl would just be like staring at Deidre like,
I mean, Carl saw it as well, but he's like, this is really blinding.
just like ignore it.
Yeah, this isn't my
Nothing new.
business.
But yeah,
They come
just like
downstairs, and I'll say for plot of convenience, because it took them a little bit to get up to the top of the lighthouse, things like that. Jolene, you also make it back around the same time, a little bit after.
So are the peeps upstairs still? And I got the number. There
Gonna
are
be-
a lot of manhole covers there. 12 of them. A whole dozen.
So, do we think there are more likely ones or not? Okay, so I have this idea. Because we were able to determine that whatever it is needs sustenance, right?
Mhm.
So, animals don't go for hard kills when easy kills are right there.
True.
So there's got to be like a local farmer or something around that we leave, like a sheep. Did any of these have like the first one had a busted off lock? Were the others locked?
All more luck.
They all are locked.
So we only know it can get out through one at the moment, but it could get out through any of them.
True.
So what
I
if
will
we
say there
tie
were
up-
the on
And
some of the
did
sidewalks,
you
there are some
make-
of the grates that it could potentially also slide through depending on its size.
Did you also make sure to like check under to see if you could see like any sort of trail?
You know, the streets were really busy, and it felt a little weird if I was to kind of just like put my hands down and like poke my head in underneath, you know, it would have looked really weird. So I did not do that. Also, Brett, your mic was like so weird just then.
Weird how?
Sounds like you're far away.
I mean,
But
Is this-
Nothing
this
wrong
better?
with me.
no, it's
I
fine.
didn't hear it.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
yeah.
that
been
was
fine
just
for me.
I think
Okay.
that was just a you thing, Mal.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm sorry.
Rev, you just got
We're sorry for carling you.
You've been carled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we just gonna ignore the fact that there was just like a surge of magic?
No,
What
but you
surge of magic?
you look like you just had the time of your life. D. But magic. Would I feel that?
Oh, it's hard to miss the presence of a god when you're dead, much less alive.
You also know that Legong
Was
Yeah.
here.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah, like yes, I did feel it. It was very strong and powerful.
I will specify for you, Minerva, you do not see the strings of magic like Deidre or Carl. Those are specific effects of who they are as people.
Mhm.
You are aware that these people may not look as human as they were. If we continue with the campaign, I'll explain that a bit more in depth. But basically, satyrs, tieflings, elves, things like that, all exist in this world, but they all believe that they're human, and because of that, they die at regular human-like ages. So that could technically mean Carl is actually a halfling, but he's walking around and acting like he's an actual regular person. Sage could be a Goliath. Jolene in life could have been a tiefling. And
Carl's
Deidre
a
could have been
6'5" halfling.
with extra
Sage
big
is a
shoes.
satyr in overalls.
Literally, I know my husband's made anything goes. It don't matter. You can
And
watch
it's
some
all
of our
flavor
old
text. It does not
Monster of
give
the
you
Week
bonuses. Yeah.
streams.
It's
And
a
watch-
little bit of a diversion, but I would like to say one of the things I'm really excited about in 1D&D is that almost every race now lets you be medium or small, unless it's a small race.
Mm,
So you can just be a little person of any race.
that's great.
That is pretty awesome.
I actually like that a lot.
Except
So-
Goliath, probably.
Larger medium.
Gotcha.
You can be small for the race.
But so things definitely look different, and you do see little, I think, soot sprite-like creatures kind of just going around this this lighthouse, just doing their own thing. Some seem to be cleaning, some seem to be trying to tear up some loose socks that have not been picked up or anything like that. It's like when you see people see germs, like when they're like, it's like they're looking around and there's just random things that were definitely not there before, but are definitely there now.
Uh-huh. The moment they see the little soot sprite like thingies, they're just like, are those all? Have those always been? Can I? Are they
Oh,
friendly?
you can see them now. They bite
Uh,
sometimes.
Sage, the thing that they're looking at, it's quite literally a small spirit of garbage. Basically, all the negative energy in the world kind of fuses them together. Actually, evil or anything like that. They just are kind of little pockets of void. Little dust bunnies. That's the nickname you've given them. And they're harmless. They do kind of make your hands kind of go numb after a while holding them because it's empty space. But they're harmless. They're also great vacuums because they're basically pocket black holes.
Yeah, they. I mean, I told you I got a Roomba, but you've never actually seen it. Or what? You know, this is early 2000s. It's not a Roomba.
Yeah.
I told you I vacuum, but honestly, I hate that so much.
Yes.
These little folks.
Honestly, you could have asked me that. It was quite obvious. One of us had to clean the whole house.
Whoa. You didn't do everything.
While mom and
You're
dad
a
are
couple of
fighting, I'm
things.
going to go try and pick up one of these things and make friends with it.
Okay. I will say, you know how shadow will sometimes change when light is approaching it? That's this entire creature state of being. It looks just like a living, breathing shadow. When you go to pick it up, no, I'm just give you context. As you pick it up, your hands immediately go cold, and its little eyes, the little specks of what look to be like just reflective glass or like glitter, and they just kind of focus in and actually try to match your eye color, and they do so for a second. But then shortly after, your hands go numb, and you instinctively, your fingers kind of like glitch up for a second, and it kind of seeps through it as if it was made out of putty, and it lands back down to the dust and scurries off into a corner to go eat or whatever.
I
I
love
wouldn't
them.
do that too often if I were you.
Yeah, that's
Not too pleasant.
But
agreed.
they're so cute, though. They're just little voids.
We can hang out with them later if you want, but for now, does anybody know where we can get some sheep?
Would I know where to get
I mean,
sheep with my
sheep?
investigative journalism bullshit?
Why?
No, but all of you do have access to yellow pages.
Why sheep?
Ouch.
Wouldn't you just ask Jeeves?
I'm not
why not?
paying for internet. It's
Can I
expensive to
use
hook up a
Siri?
lighthouse.
You know?
I got one of the AOL discs, but I don't even have a computer.
When did Jurassic Park come out?
I have a computer,
1991?
1992.
I think too.
Okay.
I have
Don't
a
you think
computer,
a
but it
goat
only takes floppies.
I was
Would-
thinking
Sorry,
that
what?
too.
would be better?
Huh?
Giant goat, sheep. Sheep would get stuck in the teeth.
Look. The longer we wait, the more there's a possibility this thing gets out and put somebody in half again. But if we get a sheep
Livestock
and put it out there,
somewhere.
maybe it won't get somebody. So we can talk
livestock
Jurassic
somewhere.
Park all you want.
Livestock.
Yeah,
somewhere.
let's. I've got
Yellow
some tarps. We'll
pages.
put it in the back of the bus. Well, yeah, we'll put it in the back of the bus and move fast.
Okay.
Mm,
I need
maybe
everyone, because I was not thinking of getting a sheep. Everyone, as you are looking through, yellow pages, to roll me just your d6s, your 2d6. The grand total, this is a party attempt to see if they can find a place that it has livestock that's also open, as it is 9 p.m. on a Thursday night.
Well, so we are stealing these livestock.
Oh, you're stealing it. Okay.
Yeah, I
That's
don't need it to be
probably
open.
the idea. I think it would be if there was someplace open, they'd see about that. But if not, somebody's life versus a little bit of theft.
Sure.
I mean, technically it's
the
felony
total-
because it's
Yeah. No, I understand. But to even find a place that has sheep in a timely manner, I'm going to need the group to make a grand total of 20.
I got 11.
I got 8.
11?
Oh.
So we got a 9 and 11, so we already beat it.
Awesome.
Are we adding any
Right.
modifiers to this?
No, it was just
No.
going to be a straight.
Because I picked up a 10.
I have an 8.
No, I have to.
Damn, guy.
I think my brain thought this was
Good
just a
roll.
single d6, not 2d6. That's fine. Lesson
Oh, you
learned.
said 2d6.
I did. No, that's
Oh,
because
it was supposed to be
fine.
1?
If you want,
Oh.
we can all have said that we rolled with advantage and just give you our top number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although now we're gonna roll like shit for the rest of the night. Like that, how the karmic dice work.
Get
they
that
have-
experience.
No, this is not an experience roll. This is just a Brett being goofy.
No, he
roll.
was making it.
yeah.
You're good.
Well, good news. There are 3 places where you can try to get sheep from. There's a farmer's market that comes to this town every Friday, where there's a bit of a petting zoo for a lot of the younger kids, also the ag kids for the school. There is the actual zoo that isn't too far from here. That's where those sheep come from, but they have there are 2 people that have sheep. And then there is you actually know this place, Sage, as it is a place where monstrous creatures often tend to go. And if anyone's going to be able to get you sheep at this time of night, it'd probably be them, because there are creatures that require a whole sheep to eat sometimes. Mind
Yeah.
you, it's costly.
We're gonna give them a call. Absolutely.
All right. This place does not have a phone. You have all the stuff for this, but it's basically, you set up a goblet, and you will put 2 coins in and communicate that way. It's It's a whole ritual process.
Hey,
I
Jolene.
usually do charge sacrificial lamb.
Jolene, third pedestal from the back left, that goblet, grab it.
Gotcha. She'll go and grab it.
It is a goblet made out of red clay, with what looks to be silver transcribed runes. As you set it up, you grab a alcoholic bottle. I don't care what kind, but you pour it, and you toss 2 coins in. You say a prayer, and the person you're trying to contact, his name is just because for
Okay.
for kicks and giggles. The place is called Jones's Locker. And
Okay.
I will do. Why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the proprietor is actually not named Jones. Their name is Harvey.
I was waiting for you to say
Harvey.
something
wasn't
else.
going-
Anyway.
I thought you were gonna use our names as more NPCs.
It gets me every single time. Anyway. Yeah, so yeah, they'll take, they've got, Harvey specifically likes cognac. So there's actually a bottle of cognac for this specific purpose. That and for really, really cold bone chilly days.
Sure.
You know. Anyway, so they'll pour some cognac in there, flip in 2 coins, do this ritual.
And the last thing, match. You light it. As you
Flambe that bitch. Yes.
Yep. As the fire touches the alcohol, it rises up and becomes basically a mirror where the flames are slowly eating away at the alcohol until it depletes the spell. The chalice glows for a little bit. The ritual sets up, and you see Harvey. Harvey is a. We would kind of see them almost like a tiefling. They have a mane of wild purple hair, 2 horns that are constellations, and their skin tone is this almost black void that would be space. Their eyes are glittering gold, and they have no mouth, but they communicate with you all the same.
Okay. Hey, Harvey.
Please. What a pleasure. How might I serve you today?
Well, looking for, let's say, definitely a sheep. Depending on the price, maybe 2 sheep, but it is on rush order. We're gonna need it tonight. And of course, as always, mum's the word.
For a single sheep, it will run you typically $50.
That's so expensive.
Mind you, the sheep that he's talking about are like these are the ones that you're able to smuggle in because they're awful. Like these are like barely alive, just alive enough to get fed to a creature of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
And to get that to you by tonight, like, are you trying to do a before dawn ritual or before a midnight ritual or that mum's the word? To get you tonight. Before midnight, it bring up your price to $115. Before midnight, so that way it can catch the train. That would just put you under about 95.
Okay. I know we all started with $20, all right?
200.
We all started with 200?
Correct.
Then done. Easy. Yep. That's sold.
While they're, make sure to ask if they've heard of anything big in town.
Sure. Yeah, Harvey.
I would have said beforehand.
Yeah.
You
Harvey,
this will last for a while. You can even talk to them as well. Like it's not just they just see him. Sage can see all of you.
Gotcha. So yeah, last thing, Harvey, we'll absolutely do that. I'll throw in an extra 20 for you if you give me any information on You hear about that kid that got, got
The kid that
got by something last night. You know anything about something that might do that?
The youth that would had an unfortunate end.
Yes.
Not for 20.
Here's another 20.
How much?
I have another 20.
Shouldn't you have a lot more money?
I do, but
Mm.
I don't wanna give them all of my money yet.
Well,
As a reminder,
Well, this
every
is-
player starts out with $200 that they're willing to spend on this in these hunts. Basically, yes, you can have more money, but this is the money that you'll be able to have for the hunts.
Also,
about
everyone who
$12.
made art of their character got an extra $10.
For every piece of art you made, yes.
So I
Oh,
made I
yeah.
have $220.
About 50.
We'll manipulate someone.
Okay.
Manipulate
And this-
someone.
Yes. You can try to roll to help if you'd like. Minerva.
I would.
Not Minerva. Jolene.
I would like to. Yes.
Hey,
Let me...
I know my answer. Do they get to know before they roll for help? I don't remember.
Typically, they roll to help before you roll. For
Okay.
future rounds.
It's cool. I add plus cool.
Yeah.
Snake eyes +1.
Oh,
Not experience.
Damn.
You try to
Well-
give them the $20 and you jam it in their ear.
Jolene, we got it.
I can't
Anyway.
move through people. I can only move through objects.
Hello, Jolene. You're looking well.
Thank you. You as well.
Harvey has flirted with you in the past in the way that a creature that does not have a mouth and also is the personification of the void can give you.
As a ghost gal, I mean flatter.
By the way, that's a 10.
The 10? Okay. That'll do.
+3.
$50. What's that price? Yes. Someone's pet apparently broke out, or something like that.
Someone had that as a pet.
It was not any of my normal clientele, so I couldn't give you all of the details. But word gets around.
That could explain the needle.
That could explain the
And the
fear.
hairpin. And the hairpin.
Harvey, if more word gets around, we can total that up a little bit more, depending on what you can bring to us.
Of course. You'll be the first to know.
I appreciate it.
We'd like
Alright.
to be
Now.
the first, not the first.
Carl, you look. Its eyes sort of go TV static effect for a second as if it's trying to find the correct word to say. Pleasant.
Like it's seen Carl before, and Carl
Yeah.
just like stared at it and just like, "You're not
Just like-
real. You're not real."
It's like, I need to up my dosage.
Carl is only confident that it's real now because other people are talking to it.
There's a new face here. And even though all of you can see its head, you see its head do a perfect 180 to look at you, Minerva.
Oh my god. How dare you.
Curious.
It is.
Put the money in the bowl as always. And your sheep will arrive.
All right. And Carl will put 165 in the bowl.
Perfect.
Carl will?
Or sorry, Sage will put
Carl, the money!
Pony up, Carl, come on.
Carl.
How much?
Come on,
how
Carl.
much
What are
was
you
it
here
that
for?
That it was before midnight?
It was it was only 95
After midnight.
Because 115
Oh,
before
you said-
midnight.
Yes.
I think you did flip that, but that's
Yeah,
you
okay. I'd anticipated the higher total anyway. So yeah, 115 and then 50 for information. So 165 in total.
Okay.
20 of which come from Jolene. And
Mhm.
by the
Um,
way, Minerva, in this evening, you've gone from my uncle is this weird person in a lighthouse to my uncle makes deals with gods and also faceless people who give them sheep.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, my uncle is real interesting.
He does some
suddenly.
crazy shit. It's fine.
It's real interesting suddenly. They're not just a crazy person.
If that'll be all, I'm in the middle of a game that I'm winning.
Sounds good. Hope
Break a
you win.
leg.
And 3 seconds later, is heard outside your door.
All right, we want to go deploy this thing. I forgot to ask for a leash, so
When you
make
go
sure
up
grab
there,
some rope.
there's a post with a Carl, I need you to roll me a d6. Tell me odds or evens.
Wanna...
Tell me odds or evens.
Always even. Got a 4.
Okay. It is only a one-headed sheep.
That's fine.
With a little note.
We're expecting more heads.
Taped onto the side said for sage.
She
It
can
is
pull the note
Mhm.
immediately and stuff it into their pocket.
I feel kind of bad for it.
They seemed awfully familiar with you. Do you do dealings like this often nowadays?
I do what needs done. Speaking of which, y'all want to hold on to the sheep while I back the bus up?
Okay.
Yeah.
It is currently eating some of the dandelions that are growing around the front of the lighthouse.
Also, Carl,
I'm picking dandelions and giving it to the sheep.
in the shed on the side, you'll find 2 tarps. Make sure and grab those. I really don't want this sheep to shit in my bus.
Okay, yeah.
All right. And they'll go get this. They'll go get the spookmobile.
Okay. How many of you spent a lot of time with sheep?
I mean,
I,
IRL?
Tony, have spent some time.
Ditto.
Yeah. Yeah, how sheep are.
None.
They're about as fun as cleaning ashtrays.
They're so cute, though.
Yeah, their dumb little
Their
faces.
dumb little faces.
No. Well, their faces are definitely faces.
Dumb is a good word.
Dumb is a
So
decent
dumb.
word.
They're so
Sorry to
dumb.
offend all sheep lovers in our audience.
I
I'm more
When I
team
lived-
goat myself, but you know,
Maybe let's not refer to people as sheep lovers.
that's fair. That's
We
fair.
don't have any audience in Wales or New Zealand.
You know, I had a science
We don't know that.
dissection on sheep
I
in-
do. I'm looking at the numbers now.
Ba-da, da-da,
Anyway.
da-da-da.
Anyway.
There goes
You
a
guys
billion
are,
right out the door.
it takes a little bit of aggressive suggestion to get the sheep even onto the bus.
Just like stalling
um,
behind it.
Well, you try to push it from behind, it threatens to kick you.
Yeah.
We need a dog.
You want to feed this thing a dog?
No,
No.
no, a dog to help get it up on in the dogs make sheep move.
Oh, you mean a hut? Should have gone to a farm then.
You could have asked for a dog to go with it, to be fair.
Yes, I'd like my sheep with a side of dog to maintain it, obviously.
I want a puppy. Can I get the magic man to give me a puppy?
You'd have to try to.
Your side.
You also have to ask what kind of dog you'd want, because it's
Could
fine.
end up with a hellhound.
Do it. Bring
That'd
it.
be a good case scenario. But sheep acquired. It is still only 9:30 at night in downtown, the weekend before school starts.
I'm still really confused as to what you wanted to do with this.
Do we go back to the
I-
place that it went down the hole? Are we going down the hole?
I don't think we go down the hole,
Do
but
we
I
put
think
the
we
sheep
set
down
up
the
a
hole?
camera or like we watch it. I think we take something like caution tape or some sort of police tape. We mark off the area.
I mean, you have some of that left over from decorating.
I do. Yeah, I have some. The bus always has some on it anyway.
I can run ahead and cordon it off. Bike's a lot easier to get into small places, especially downtown. That way
That'd
you
be
guys
good.
can.
Why don't we just walk the sheep there?
Taking the sheep downtown. That
You-
sounds like
you-
a horrible idea.
You saw how
It
good.
would
The
attract.
sheep to where is the thingy downtown?
The active crime scene.
No.
It's not an active crime scene. It's already washed away.
Yep, it's been cleaned by the time. So as the days gone by. Like nothing happened.
No,
Yeah, but we're gonna do active crime
down,
there.
down the way where this thing ran off, the direction it ran off to. That's where we're taking it to, correct? Where it went down the
Manhole.
manhole,
Where the manhole was unlocked.
unlocked.
The person hole.
Is that
Uh-huh.
downtown or is that gonna be?
It is in the dungeon area, yes, I'm so sorry.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Yes.
We're
So
gonna
I
have to
can
find a way.
I can zoom and zig, get over there and like block it off easier than the spookmobile can.
Take somebody with you, but do it.
Okay, who wants to ride?
I mean, Dee went with you the first time. I think it'd probably be best.
Yeah, I'll go. Let's go for a ride.
Here's the rule. We always move in at least packs of 2. If this thing is dangerous enough to take somebody out on their own, we need at least 2.
Hey Carl,
Please
I have
help.
an axe.
Yeah.
the sheep is nibbling on your shirt. Just
Yeah, that's fair.
I accept this fate.
Poor Carl.
Alright, yeah, then I'll do that. I'll kind of like go ahead and like zoom my way downtown, trying to like weave as much as I can while staying within the bounds of law.
sure. Not parking's awful.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Of course.
And the call students are worse. Especially when you
What?
show up with police tape. Mind you, this alley is not next to any of the bars or anything like that, so it's people just waiting waiting for the bus, or to just see you hop off your not police motorcycle, take out police tape, and start marking off the place.
I mean, people do that to block off areas for like parades or something every now and then to like save their spot.
True. However, how do you, Deidre, and you, Minerva, explain to a police officer that is walking over saying, pardon me, ladies, what's this?
Photo.
There's a tour.
We're taking
Sorry?
pictures. I'm gonna
Pictures?
show him my camera. It's the one last minute project for before we get back in class. I'm supposed to come up with this cool like crime scene thing, and I figured this alleyway was out of the way and not gonna like interfere with anything, and just like throw some tape up, be here for like maybe 5-10 minutes, and take all my stuff when I go.
Roll me to manipulate someone, and if you would like to try and help, Dreedy, roll beforehand. If you want the help.
I got a +2 to charm, so if you want to help me, you can totally try, but...
You gotta roll a 10 or above. But if you roll 7 to 9, you get +1, but you get yourself exposed into trouble or danger. So you'll be risking it for the biscuit.
I rolled a 6.
Uh,
Oh, never mind. I rolled a 5 because I have a negative for charm.
That
you're
was
trying
helping.
to help, and you kind of get way too close to this cop, and you still kind of got that unhinged glint in your eye. And
Like
he's
the-
like, "Ma'am, I'm going to need you to back up." And you see him going for one of his many tools.
He has tools for drug addicted psychics.
Something like that.
So that's,
But he says, "What? So you can roll to manipulate someone, but there's going to be a hindrance to it. I'll just let you know that."
lovely.
Guidance.
I mean, I I rolled an 8, but I got +2, so that's a 10.
You can make it a -1, so it's a 9.
Okay, it's a 9.
He is a middle-aged man. He kind of got the handlebar mustache going. So he must have watched Magnum PI a bunch. For those of you that remember that show. Good show. And he's like,
Reruns are still on.
they are
Mm-hmm.
great. You can do this, but I have one condition.
Uh-huh.
Can I be in your photo shoots?
You.
I'm
But I
gonna
also need
elbow
her, and he
Deidre.
points to Deidre, at least 3 steps away from me over there, please, pointing towards like where the tape has been placed.
I'm supposed to be the main.
It's fine. I'm gonna just like elbow a push. Yeah, totally. Actually, that'll probably really help. Just like look like you're investigating something.
Any particular poses? He gets really into the fact that like this is like a photo shoot for him, like he's going on like the cover of like a magazine or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because he said it's for a school project. He doesn't know what kind of school project, but now he's able to be a part of it. He's excited.
He's very excited. This is great.
Yeah, and he tells you that he's excited that he's going to tell his fiance about it. They've been engaged for 6 years. He kind of starts going over his life as you're trying to set this up. You can tell this guy does not have a lot of friends, not because he's a terrible person. He's just a little
Awkward,
excitable.
but
He's excitable.
I love him. I love this guy so much. I
Engaged
His
feel
name is
so
Thomas.
bad to.
years.
I know.
I feel so bad for lying to this man. Yeah, no, I'll take a couple of pictures with my camera. Just like kind of ham it up, get a couple of good shots and stuff.
A couple of the tourists are also seeing what's going on, but I take it Deidre's persona slash like aura, if Deidre would like, could kindly tell them to go die in a ditch.
I'm just like hanging out on the edge of the alley. I imagine I don't even have to say anything. I'm just like,
Like, you even hear some guy say, "Oh, bad," and just like turns around.
The bubbly weird goth chick next to the psyched out drug looking fiend. It's fine. It's totally fine.
yep.
Yep, the two-step hypothesis, fuck around and find out aunt over here.
Just like glaring at people. What you looking at?
They give you guys a wide berth. But he says, so that's all the photos you need after you're done taking your photos.
Yep, that's all I need, and I'm gonna start taking down the caution tape and acting like we're packing up and stuff.
All right, you have a good day. And he just goes off into the crowd. You can tell also, Deidre, their music box turned off.
Bye, Craig.
Bye,
Sorry.
Craig.
I changed the music and forgot to hit loop.
How?
Deidre, there are several cops that are kind of just, they're not in their cars. They're just kind of patrolling to make sure everything and everyone's maintaining peace. They don't seem to notice you because Officer Thomas was there and then left. And you guys are left to your own devices.
We should be good now. What was that?
That was improv. That was. You have to learn how to lie to people not just tell them to fuck themselves?
Oh, I'll also say he did take one of the photos, and he's going to show it to his fiance as this is part of some sort of project they're doing for school.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's one of the...
famous.
Yeah. Polaroid.
He's adorable.
Around this time, the Spookmobile, sheep in tow, are driving down. I take it, or are you guys waiting for a bit longer?
Yeah, I mean, we
I
wouldn't
assume
know how
we're
long to wait for. So yeah, we'll head down immediately. And the sheep is actually loaded in the back of the bus for the record.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you
Carl's
know.
giving me company.
Yeah. You said in tow, and I was like, I just want to make sure we got this crystal clear.
Yeah, no, it's not like gliding out, and you don't have it tied to the back of the bus and driving or anything like that. No, it's in the
That would
bus.
be terrible.
I mean, to be fair...
As long
It's
as you don't
fine.
go too fast, they can run with you. It's fine.
Yeah.
You just don't go too fast, because then you're dragging a sheep, and that's not good.
We need the sheep.
To be fair,
Also, we need to
the
attract
sheep's body.
less attention. Yes, but if we drag it, the attention would skyrocket.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I don't know how we're not getting attention off of us.
So, you see where they're setting up some of the tape. There's a problem, Sage. A lot of people are trying to say, hey, cool tours, like people are trying to expect what this is. And then a sheep pops out of it. Of the van. Of the bus, sorry.
Snake.
Don't mind me, official business, tour company. We're setting up for something real great in a couple of nights.
We pet a couple says to me, pet the sheep. Like people are trying to touch the sheep. Sheep is oddly clean, for the record.
How many people are trying to pet the sheep?
A lot of people. You're getting a line. It looks like you actually could start selling pet the sheep for like a
Sorry,
$2.
The sheep will get real skittish if people touch it. I can't have that. Plus, there's the sheep plague. So make sure to wash your hands when you get home.
The sheep plague.
Hold on. I will lean over to Sage and just be like, do you want me to do the projector trick real quick and scare them?
I don't know that we need more attention. I just need them to back off.
That scares a lot of people. A lot more than you think. Before getting inside of your house. So maybe I don't know. It could work.
I will say this. Saying sheep plague immediately makes everyone give you guys a wide berth, like Physic yelling, everybody move from The Princess Bride.
Yeah, excuse us. Like I said, you gotta watch out. It's new disease they found. It's very dangerous, anyway, we gotta...
I'll start coughing.
We gotta get you checked out.
Just like coughing everywhere, all over people.
We
Yeah,
are
buddy,
the least subtle people I've ever met.
I mean, yeah.
How has this been a secret for so long?
People refuse to see.
True.
Took you a while.
She's got you there. She's got you there.
It takes a while, and unfortunately, Sage, you do not have security, like an extra security camera that's just hanging around. But what you
that a camera wouldn't work any fucking way.
Sage had an idea that we would sort of post up in a tree nearby, in groups of two. And the way I'd sort of imagined it was you trade out one of the groups that, like, you take, say, 4-hour shifts or 3-hour shifts, and every hour and a half you rotate one of the two people. So that you've always got a fresh person and a person who's been there. You never have people leaving and coming at the same time. You've always got somebody with eyes on it. Yeah, that's the idea. But also, you're up in a tree, so maybe you won't be at ground level if shit hits the fan.
I will say, great idea. Not a lot of trees that can support your guys' weight around here.
Damn.
How about a
What
roof?
Rooftop of
Or-
the bakery?
Or
You're not
Fire
close enough to the bakery to get away with that. How are you gonna get to the fire escape without getting more police involved? They're not just something you go clink and they just go down. There are things.
You are taking the fun out of my imagination.
Gosh.
Uh,
Yep,
I can
I let
also-
you get squeezed on by a dragon. This is a pretty good Wednesday, I'll have you know.
I can just hang out in the tree. Just pop my head out every once in a while.
You have to keep
Yeah.
an eye on it in case, because it's not going to be a slow thing.
I don't need to sleep.
That girl was gone in seconds.
Don't need to sleep.
I don't. Can you keep phased for an entire night? I don't.
I mean, I've been around for 40 years, and you're the first person that's taken me seriously.
Not true, but yeah.
It's not a bad idea. I feel like we need a little bit more than that. You know,
mean-
just in case.
I can do like first watch or something. I'm yawning.
I mean,
not
You're
you.
already yawning.
No.
can we just park the bus in front and just hang out in the bus?
I feel like any creature that sees the bus is going to get spooked immediately.
I mean, if we turn the lights off and we're quiet.
If it looks like it's parked, it's just going to be parked. I don't know
I guess,
what
yeah,
it's
is this
doing.
just by a road? Well, this is a.
You'd have to put there's a meter. You'd have to feed the meter if you want to.
Yeah.
Maybe. There's also parking is awful at this time. I mean, people are starting to head to bed-ish because it's now closer to like 9:30, 10, but it's Thursday night in downtown.
It's Thursday.
Sage will feed the meter then. That seems like the best option. We'll take turns sleeping in the bus.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Can I do something clever? A little bit?
Please.
Instead of you feeding the meter, I will go in and grab quarters from the meter itself and feed it the coins from the meter.
Casual theft.
I'll allow it because that's very clever, and most people aren't paying attention to what your hands are doing when you're looking at a meter.
Yeah, because, you know, if you're putting quarters in, you know.
Love that. Grab a few extra just so we can feed it throughout the night.
I did.
Perfect. You always know what I'm thinking, it seems like.
If you can reach in and manipulate it, why don't you just like lock the timing mechanism open?
That takes a little longer, and also
Or just like one of the quarters that you just grabbed, just like jam that inside of it.
Somebody who checks might notice that it always has the same exact time on it.
Yeah.
That's not our
And
fault.
tonight's the night where they would be checking.
Right, we got
You know,
had to talk to a cop when we first got here.
they're driving around a lot.
Well, on account of the murder.
I thought it was
As you guys are
close
saying
to-
it, as more people are dispensing, you do notice instead of the 4 that you guys first saw, there's actually 6. And then a vehicle that is hidden, an unmarked vehicle. Like, it looks like you're not the only people that are curious to see how tonight will go.
Love that.
Do you think they'd notice us?
Well, we're also using the bus somewhat to block off the alleyway, correct or no?
You definitely don't want to park it in an alleyway. That's for sure a way to get ticketed. and
Well, no,
towed.
not like in the alleyway, but like kind of blocking the view of from certain angles.
Yeah, if that's possible, Sage will do it.
There's a
I
side.
don't know if it's possible.
So, the build. So it's not, this alleyway is not right next to the bus stop. It's on basically like the next street over, and in front of that street, in front of the turn to this alley, there is a small bank, and there are a few different parking spots that you can go in, and then also the meter, which is along the side of the road. So you can either park in the little bank or on the side of the road with the meter. If you do it in the bank, you will probably get ticketed and fined because you're parking it overnight in front of the bank.
Yeah.
So elaborate.
So it will get, you can put it there. It's semi-blocking it, but more from the side of the lighthouse and the rest of the downtown towards the lighthouse, not the other side, which is where the
Where
bus
the
stop
car-
was originally.
Mm-hmm.
But there are police that are standing on that side, so you'd be blocking it from some of them, not all of them.
Yeah. I mean, whatever works. Whatever you think, man.
I mean, I don't think getting ticketed is a great idea, but so yeah, the most blockage with the least ticketing and fees. If Sage doesn't have a lot more cash to spend on those, and so you know they make
Darkness, what are
rent.
you doing? Darkness, what are you doing?
I'm melting.
Are we all doing this?
we all just.
I refuse.
sitting
I'm not
on
gonna
my
fall
chair.
into your bullshit.
I don't know if my chair goes up.
I'm not wearing anything to cover what my camera is hiding, so I'm not.
Just a little guy. You guys are able to successfully get the parking meter set up and the lamb on its perch, or on its post.
Yeah.
It's annoyed because there's nothing really back here for it to eat. The good news, it did not defecate in your van or in your bus,
Yes.
Brain.
That's why we brought the tarps down.
Carl did though. It was weird. No. But the night rolls on. Two of the police cars leave. Then two more. And the one unmarked vehicle, and there does seem to be a similar watch to you guys. There's two people that are just kind of sitting, not in vehicles for some reason. You look like they're meant to be undercover cops, but they're doing a terrible job.
As usual.
No wonder there aren't more murders on this road.
Well, there used to be back in the day. Cops didn't do anything.
Who is going to be keeping first watch with this sheep?
I'll stay up first.
I'll
I know
do it.
Jolene said they'd be down, but who else?
I'll be up first.
Dee's probably crashing off the best high of her life.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. Okay, I need both of you to roll me. Trying to think. I need you both to roll me 2d6.
Great.
Um,
What do we add to it? Or do we?
just 2d6.
Shit, fuck 6.
7.
You may mark an experience points blood.
Don't wanna. DM me.
Your shift comes. Nothing. Who is next shift?
I can slot in whenever. So
Actually, these are 4 hour. I mean, for the record, you've all been up since at least 5:30 this morning. It is now close to 10 or 11 by the time the second shift would be switching. So you guys are all mostly tired out of your gourd. I just want to make that clear. You guys are switching shift at around 11:30 is what I'm going to say.
oh yeah, Sage would power nap before the shift, for the record. But I feel like military service oftentimes teaches you how to stay awake and stare at boring things for hours and hours and hours at a time.
That's true, but that was also 15, 16 years ago.
Was you can draw on that a little bit.
Sure,
but yeah.
no, I get that, but you're definitely not, you know.
I would like to recommend that Carl not take a watch.
I mean, why are you thieving in the first place?
Guys, I see something. Nope, that one's not there.
Yeah, I'm up for Sage is up for whatever watch need be, so second watch is fine. Unless D wants it.
No, Sage can take it. Dee's probably still like passed out, can't be woken up for a little bit longer.
It makes sense.
Oh.
Sage has like a portable little, I think, coffee machine that they hook up in the bus, because sometimes you're on tours and you just need it. You need to pick me up.
Oh, 110%. If
I
knew about that, I that was already plugged in and on.
I generally thought instead you'd have like just a little cigarette burner. You just pull it out and you just put it like into like one of those instant cup of noodles or soup or whatever. Y'all remember doing that?
I thought you were gonna have like a portable DVD player, because that's what I had, and those were amazing.
I think it's still a bit early for portable DVD.
Old DVD came out in like 2006 or 7, so yeah, it's a little early.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
but you
probably,
said this is like 90s to like early 2000s, so it's possible.
It is possible, but not true.
Say ahead of their time. What can I say?
But yeah, they have a tiny like 4-cup coffee maker. They can just flip a switch on and it'll perk. Yeah, so they'll have a cup of coffee and out there. Whoever's done, you'll take back at the end. You'll wake up early this morning to get one in. But whichever one you use out.
Sage, go ahead and roll me 2d6. Jolene,
Let's see how this go. Hey, we doing good. That's a 10.
5.
Mark an
I'm
experience point.
contributing.
Mark an experience point.
I'm scared.
As you are watching the sheep, after you get comfortable in your shift, you're sitting next to Jolene, or are you guys separated? Where are you both right now?
I think nearby. I think they're both like, near each other, covering different swaths of the forest, so nobody gets snuck up on.
Not really a forest, but
or the area, right? Like they're closer to back, right?
Gotcha.
Than anything else.
Which one of you is facing the sheep? If you're back to back-ish is what I'm asking. Like, which one of you is?
I'll face a sheep.
Sure. Yeah, I'll stare into the darkness.
Actually, switch it. Never mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, the alley is the darkness, but then the street is lit up. With you see the police are also seeming to do a switch. Or undercover, whatever they are.
I think the fresh eyes always watch the sheep. So I think every time we do a switch, we rotate around the tree. Just what I would do. You know.
Yes.
11:43. About 13 minutes into your shift, Sage, and the sheep begins to freak out. like it's trying to get off its rope that you've put up it on. Like it's spooked. It's trying to pull. It's trying to like there's something wrong with what's going on.
Jolene.
Yeah. What?
There's something going on.
Okay.
Nothing.
I will.
Nothing to freak out yet.
Okay. I will.
No, it's
As
coming.
Shit.
I need everyone here to roll me 2d6 once again. This time, just for funsies, because I'm a fun guy, we all know this, roll me some kick some ass.
Okay, kick some ass.
Just some kick some ass.
Okay, that's a 9 for me.
9, okay. 10, okay.
That is also a
9.
9 for me.
9, okay.
That is an 8 for me.
8, well done. Okay. I've got good news and bad news. The good news is that when the lights go out, the sheep's fine. One of the cops that was on the other side, you hear yelp as something is snatched up. As he is snatched, as you turn to look, he's just gone. The other cop and the one in the cop car lights turn on. They start going in the direction of where their friend just went. What do you guys do?
Wait, so like the person got yanked in a direction, or like
He-
the car took off?
So there was a cop car waiting similarly to you guys that's hiding in one of the alleyways. They can do that because they're cops.
Mhm.
And then there were two guys that are out more on the street. They're a bit further back than where even I almost said blood. Where Minerva's roommate was. Like even where they were drinking, it's even past those bars. It's a good 3 or 4 streets down. They kind of spread out a little bit so that way if they needed to, the car can just zoom and catch up. But they were a good 20 feet apart from each other. Guy gets yanked and is dragged off. Doesn't even get a chance to bet more of a... But it's audible because there's pain as he does it. And then it sounds like a gunshot. But no result. And his partner that was a bit away pulls out his gun and he goes towards it. Cops go that direction as well. What do you guys do?
Okay.
Need to get down.
Everyone wakes up as the gunshot went off.
Oh, sorry.
Do we see which direction it went?
Guys, we
Um,
okay?
From where you guys are at, it would be to your left, away from where the sheep is currently. You'd have to leave the alley or keep off the alley and go towards it, back towards closer to Tony's bakery almost.
Gotcha. I think
And the lights
Sage
go off, by the way.
Sage is trying to get closer just to read a bad situation.
Okay.
If it's about to go real bad, then we get out. But we gotta take temp first, I think.
Mm-hmm. You can roll a bad situation as soon as the lights go off, if you'd like, right? I will also say, knowing what you do know, Sage, you're the only person in this group that has a flashlight that works, and the things like this. So how it works? There's a sigil that can be put onto electronics, so they don't require electricity or batteries. So you can just click, and you have a little flashlight. It's just a little handheld, like $2 one.
Yeah.
If you want to make them, you'll have to buy more flashlights to put the sigil on them. That did not come up beforehand. I didn't specify it because I wasn't expecting you guys to go on a sheep heist.
You gave me an idea, and so
should've.
now we roll. This is what happens when you give me ideas. Come on.
My mistake. Lesson learned.
I mean,
Yeah, I think they'll pull out the flashlight is like clipped on their belt loop.
Yeah.
Or in one of their, I guess they're in overalls. I don't actually know if those have belts. They don't really have belts, really. But
No.
it's clipped onto their overalls.
I mean, they
They
do
get
have
so
belt
up
loops
here. You just go.
sometimes, dependent.
Right. So yeah, they'll pop out the flashlight and all right, Jolie, we gotta figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And move in.
Okay. Go ahead and just roll me a bad situation.
Both of us.
Yes.
Are we both doing the check, or are we both doing are we helping?
You guys can both roll the check.
Is this read a bad situation? You said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sharp.
11 total.
Okay. Also 11 total.
Hey. So you get these are the questions you get to ask. What's the best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What is most vulnerable to me? What is the best way to protect the victims? And you guys each get 3 of these questions, and you guys each get 3, but obviously you don't get certain you guys don't have to ask the same ones.
I was about to say, well, there's only 6 questions, so.
Right.
Do we just want to go down the list and?
Yeah.
If we're each asking 3 different questions, we'll hit all 6 questions.
That is
Yeah.
true.
So, do you just want to run through the questions?
Sure.
Or do you
What is
wanna
the best
offer us
way
other
in?
questions?
This creature is clearly using the sewer system as you guys assumed it was doing so. Maybe the best way in would be to go through the sewer system, obviously. But you don't know how many are down there. What's the best way out? Getting in your van and leaving, because you don't know how many there are. What are dangers that you have not noticed? As you guys have turned to look away, you hear a snarl for a split second. You turn around. Answering question number 4, what's the biggest threat? The creature that has yanked the sheet and the strip is on and pulled it down into the sewer. And what is the best way to protect the victims?
Get the fuck out.
Sage. In your time during the military, there were several different things that they made you be aware of. How the military works in this world is they don't specifically say supernatural things exist, but they give you tools to deal with it. They'll give you shotguns to deal with rock salt, because you guys are peacekeepers, you're not soldiers. That way you can detain or stop people that would be rebelling, things like that. You don't want to kill people, not civilized. They give you silver-laced things to help purify those that are ill, or, deal with creatures that might be a little bit more undead or might hate purity, right? Things like that. The way this creature reacted to the light and how it reacted to seeing the shininess of metal from your van as it grabbed the sheep and freaked out, you smell a little bit of burning, as if it seemed to be annoyed or frustrated with the iron manhole cover. Something that your friend Jolene cannot notice because she can't smell. The smell of burning, almost like leather or flesh, is what you smell for a split second as it grabs it, and you hear as it's almost in pain or frustration, as you hear as the sheep is not going to be jumping any fences anytime soon. What's the best way to protect the victims? It's hard to find victims when there's none left.
Oh, they're already dead.
The sheep's, unless you want to go after the sheep and the other person, if it's as quick as being able to go zoom like that, if it's one creature or if it's 2, you'd have to try to break up who would try to save the sheep or go save the cop.
The sheep is off the list of things to save for me, but the one officer, it sounds like, is dead, straight up, given the brutality of these things. But the other 3 that just wandered blindly into this thing.
There's one that's going there, and then there's 2 that are in the vehicle. They couldn't turn the lights on for their vehicle, but it seems like the battery is kind of working for some reason.
Gotcha.
We did skip over the question, what is most vulnerable to me?
That was going into the biggest threat, like the burning. So something to do with iron or some sort of metal seemed to affect the creature in some way.
Okay.
Yeah, the creature has an iron or metal vulnerability.
Okay.
Okay.
And light.
It seems to be uncomfortable with light reflecting off it with your flashlight. because all the lights had to turn off as it began to trigger itself as it began the hunt. Right.
Okay. So, with that being said, I mean, at this, Jolene will talk to Sage. She'll be like, okay, at this point, we have two options. We can go after it down the sewers with essentially no real equipment, or we can hightail it out of here and prep for tomorrow.
If we know it doesn't like iron, so I would say we prep for tomorrow. We get something, I don't know, like a chainmail, and we coat as many of us in it as possible, and then we go.
Sounds good to me.
Right?
As you guys are discussing this, you hear the other copper say, "Hang on, what?" And them being dropped via silenced gun, which does not work like in the films. But so it's not quiet, but it's much quieter. Yep, it's a definite pop.
I'll
And
look around. Just
are you
like-
going to look over toward? They're out of sight, but you definitely hear the difference between a regular firearm and a silenced firearm.
Yeah, I'm uncomfortably familiar with those, so I'm just gonna like pop my head around, just go.
You
Just, like,
cannot see them
nothing.
currently. You're going to have to go over there if you want to actually see it.
Can I like phase a little? No.
No.
Okay, cool. I'll just go. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
So you're going over this?
Probably badly hiding behind like really thin lampposts and stuff like that. Like Kronk style, just like.
What do you tell Sage as you begin just to wander off towards the gunshots, gunfiring?
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Do you need me to get?
No, just
Got
get
the light. We can.
It's fine.
With your watch, Sage, you know that you have 2.5 minutes left.
My reliable Casio. Got it.
It's solar powered. It's fine.
Yeah. It's a wind up.
Ah, right. of course.
Yeah. So, I got 2.5 minutes. Until
The lights
until
come
what?
back.
Till the lights
lights-
and all electronics start working again.
Okay.
Anything that requires a battery or electricity.
Oh, so I can sneak over there pretty well because it's
Hopefully.
dark.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm walking a little faster, just like still
Give me-
crouching, you know.
I've got the light.
If you hear anything, just shine it on me. Or no.
Are you going with him, Sage, or no?
Jolene, I trust Jolene.
Okay.
I don't like it, but I trust Jolene.
Okay, Jolene.
Yeah.
Roll me an act under pressure.
Yeah. Let me. Okay, cool. I do have something like that. 7
7.
total.
Okay. You have 2 options.
Ooh, yay.
Oh, sorry, 3. I'm sorry. Worst outcome, as you're going over the corner, you make prolonged eye contact with one of the people that murdered that cop. Hard choice. As you're going over there, you see the small insignia on their car plates. What are they called?
License plate?
License plate. Thank you. You see the little black and red insignia of a gem-encrusted hound, with the license plate number constantly changing it in a blur, as if it's impossible for regular people to see it. For a price to pay, as you're walking, you get hit with 2 harm as something with rock salt hits you.
So I either see the murderer or I get injured.
or they are made aware of your presence, and you are made aware of who the murderer is.
Okay. I'm willing to take that risk, yeah.
Which one? There's 3.
Repeat them one more time for me because I'm.
As you're turning the corner, the killers make eye contact with you and are able to tell who you are.
Uh-huh.
Second one is you are made aware of who these killers are, and they spot you but aren't able to identify you. Or as you're getting closer, you are injured in some way,
Second
and you
one.
do not know if they've spotted you or not.
We'll go with the third one then. Yeah.
As you're walking towards the car, you hear a soft humming, and then all of a sudden, the lights begin to flicker. As you see a thin layer of, like, it looked almost like plastic or rimming around the car opens up, and a mixture of all sorts of projectiles are shot out, as if this car is meant to be a deterrent for anything supernatural, and you take a bullet of rock salt to the leg, and you take 2 harm. And you now are a little bit slowed, and they are like, "What? Hold on, what was that?" And they're getting ready to go to their car. What do you do? Also, it sounded like decompressing air, so it was somehow spring locked. So you don't know how you activated it, but you take 2 harm.
I take that 2 harm. Technically, because I am an immortal, I suffer 1 harm less whenever I suffer from harm.
I know that.
Nice.
That's why.
Oh, was that already? Okay,
Mhm.
that was already considering it. Okay.
Yes.
With that. So with that, I am able to see who they are, though.
No.
No.
No. You just got close enough to the car, and as you're sitting there, you're now able. They're going to be turning the corner to get closer to you. You are able to see, as I said, though, the license plate and the hound little bumper sticker, if you would.
Okay. I will wait, like, the split second it takes for them to round the corner and see if I recognize them.
No.
No?
No. These just look like 2 guys. One is female and one is male. The male looks like he's a bit older and been on the force for a bit longer. And the way she is running around and kind of presenting herself, she looks very green. And is doing things by the book as as the older, more experienced one is like removing the silencer from his pistol in broad darkness, not caring.
Yeah.
It's like, what am I gonna do? Have to shoot another person? Oh no.
Okay.
You have not interacted with these people. You don't know if your friend has or if anyone else here is aware of them. But they make eye contact with you. And the older gentleman goes, "Well, I guess there's another one." And you see him pull out a certain rack of bullets, and he begins to cock it back to fire at you.
Face through the floor, please. Please. I'm running.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
We're running. It's bad.
We're running. It's bad.
So you face the floor.
Yep.
Okay.
They
And
know
go to
it.
where?
I stayed there. I'm just gonna
You stay there?
Yeah.
Okay.
For like solid 10 minutes.
Well, the lights are turning back on at this point stage.
Ooh.
Not heard back from Jolene. The lights are turning back on. All you see is that Jolene went over there. You didn't hear anything, the lights turn back on. The car's going one direction, and Jolene's missing.
I would like to.
You said you waited there for 10 minutes.
Fine. Okay. Yeah.
And it was only 2.5 minutes till the lights turned on.
I can stall.
Oof.
To be fair, we got woken up, correct?
If you were all
Yeah,
waiting in the bus, yes,
Yeah.
You apparently
Yeah.
were all woken up at the initial gunshots, so.
that is true. I will say, however, because everyone here is not military, like as military, whereas Sage you would be, and also because one of them is coming down from the best high they'll ever experience. It's taking a little bit groggy, and Carl, if you'd like to get up and say you did something between now and then that doesn't affect any of them, you certainly can.
I mean, no, I was sleeping up until a gunshot when it happened.
Okay. That was also a part of the 2 minutes 30 seconds that they were gone. So,
More
As,
just kind of
uh,
like as the lights are coming back on, getting out of the spookmobile and being like, what? What?
Jolene's gone.
What?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Everybody stick in a group together. Is the unmarked vehicle? It's gone, correct?
drove off as the lights are taking off.
Okay, then yeah.
What happened?
Sage is going to go that way. I don't know. There was a creature did something, got the sheep, but it also got some people. There's blood
Are we
spatters
sure it's just
over there.
one?
There was definitely, I think, 2. But there was also some officers. There were gunshots. I don't know what happened. I don't know. It was dark. Jolene went off by themselves.
So we go look.
We go look. I'm hoping.
Let's go look.
Yeah.
I have a fire axe, by the way. So that's coming with me.
Okay. As you guys go into the alleyway where the unmarked vehicle had kind of driven off into, or was in front of, you see as the remnants of a person is being turned to ash and burning away. You're speculating, Sage, Deidre, and actually Carl, you wouldn't know this. Sorry, buddy.
That's fair.
When interacting with this certain shadow organization, if they come across witnesses that they cannot be silenced, they'll be put down, and then they have basically disintegrate rings that will remove all evidence of a person. Clearly, looking at the last remains of this person, however, it's not Dee Dee. It's not Deidre, obviously. It's not Jolene. This is obviously one of the other cops that was saying, "Hey, wait, no, what are you?" and then got silenced. So.
Okay.
And the other cop gone. This time, however, you'll notice that this manhole cover was not put back on securely as the other one. This one, in fact, is sticking into the brick wall next to in this alley. Bent in half, almost a perfect 90 degrees. So something kind of curled it and kind of just threw it to the side.
Oh fuck, we are out of our depth here. Also, just in case something happens, we learned like metal or iron make these things kind of sizzle, whatever they are. Did I get a look at the creature at all? Like, is there any shape or any? No.
Just massive.
It's big. Also, it doesn't like light.
Well, I mean, it turns off the lights when it comes near, so like,
That makes sense, right? But you'd never know whether that's paranormal interference or whether that's because it doesn't like light. Where the fuck is Jolene? Is there any sign of any Jolene anything in the area?
read a bad situation.
Actually, Jolene, I have to ask. What kind of clothes were you wearing? answer if as you're walking over, you will notice that on a certain spot on the ground, there is 2 drops of what almost looks like liquid mercury. Next to a little bit of what looks to be Jolene's bit of her skirt that she wears over her pants, or a bit of her pant leg. I don't know what she wears. You can't shake your head at me. It's a bit of her pant leg. It appears that maybe
She last time she was wearing a yellow shirt and a green sweater. I don't know about pants. But I know that much at least.
Yes, it's a bit of her pant leg. It seems to have been shot off. So it appears she's been injured in some way, shape, or form. As
mercury next to it.
a mercury-like substance, basically the residue that goes to leave off when they were injured by rock salt.
And
Unless there's another ghost nearby.
See her.
There's no sign of her.
Shit.
Are we going
She might
down?
have been captured. I don't know where we can go at the moment. I think we've got to go back and prep. I don't. Do we go after to get Jolene back? Do we? Fuck.
We need to figure out what the hell is going on in the first place. We need to settle our minds.
Yeah, you're high half the time. Like what do you mean settle? What does that even mean?
There's only a little bit of blood. We don't see it splattered going forward or back. What would that
No,
mean?
but we saw an unmarked vehicle fleeing the scene.
Yes,
type
but
of
if
vehicle that
Jolene
shoots
was
somebody.
injured and they were grabbing her, more of her spectral stuff would come out.
So she
There would
just
be more.
disappeared into thin air.
She's a ghost.
Can't she? I'm gonna start knocking on the ground where the stuff is.
You're knocking on concrete. Ow! First and foremost.
Mm-hmm. Knock, knock, knock.
Let's go get weapons. Jolene knows where to find us. And then we can go after the vehicle.
Question for you. So there were 2 cops here. The 2 cops were not in a vehicle. They were the ones out on the street, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so there's not like an empty vehicle we can go search.
If they were not here.
And they both got either eviscerated or
Silence.
burned to
Disintegrated.
ash. Yeah. Cool. Can we see anything before we leave the crime scene? I do think we need to check it out a little more. I know somebody was talking about checking out the crime scene.
We will next episode.
Yeah, because
It is
late.
bedtime.
Yeah, it's very late.
I wondered why I was half conscious.
Yeah, because it's
What?
midnight-ish.
Midnight 30.
Midnight 30.
And I gotta get going to work.
Ooh,
Yeah.
humans. In
Thank
that
you so
case-
much to everyone that has come by and watched, and thank you my players for indulging me in this crazy roller coaster that I'm throwing you guys into. Are we having fun? We having a good time?
This is
Yeah.
lots
Oh,
of
yeah.
I
fun.
think so.
Very much.
One thing I realized at the end of last episode, because we went over time and we needed to get out, we didn't go over if we gained any experience last session.
That is true.
We can do that
So
off,
how dare you.
off air.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah, I'll have to do it off because I gotta get going.
Yeah.
okay. We'll let you know.
We'll do outros. Darkness
Yes.
start.
I am Darkness. I'm playing Deidre the Hat, slash Crackhead for magic. I am Darkness. I am a Roll for Respawn exclusive, and I am really tired and out of it. On to the next person that needs to go to sleep,
Oh,
which will be Connor.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can go all night. Hi, I'm Tony. I am here sometimes. You can find me on TikTok at Tony Will Edit. Of course, I'm playing Sage Maldonado. Sage is a little freaked out right now. Their roommate's missing. and they just saw some people get silenced and eviscerated, and a sheep get that was kind of expected, but yoinked into the sewers. And hoping the sheep helped limit the body count a little bit. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, and that's gonna be a fun time. You can find me on TikTok, like I said, at Tony Will Edit. You can find me this Saturday here on the One Shot Wonderarium, where we are play testing Dan the Baker's new TTRPG that's up on Kickstarter called Story Bake. It is using a system very much like this. Brett's going to be there. Bright's going to be there. We're going to have VJ Harris, who was on the One Shot Wonderarium for a Morkborg episode, who is a writer on the game, coming in. And I am going to run them through. The person who knows nothing about baking, am going to run the person who created this game through a session. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a fumbling fool's errand, but I'm going to have so much fun. You guys should come check it out. So that's Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Right here.
Yeah.
This looks so good. I'm looking at it right now. I'm very excited.
Right? It's a good time. And of course, my government-issued introvert, Blood, will be there, helping us run tech.
The emotional support introvert, always in the background.
It just clicked the government issue. That's good. We're all tired.
Oh, so very. Hey guys, I am Bloodless King. I play Minerva Wilson, the mundane, and yeah, I am here on Roll for Respawn. I also am finally starting to do my own streams again, and we shall see how well I actually keep up with that. Got a couple of other projects in the works, including emotes and potential sub badges for the channel. So be on the lookout for updates on that. It might be either on the Roll for Respawn Twitch, or Twitter, or my Twitter, one of the two. Otherwise, yeah. Tomorrow we'll do Thirsty Gay Thursday, 'cause huzzah and Thirsty Gay. I guess let's go with one of my cast members, Bright.
Hello, I am Bright. You can only find me here on Roll for Respawn because I'm awkward everywhere else. You can occasionally find me on many of these other people's streams. But otherwise, I also play Jolene Strata, the monstrous here, and she feels really bad about accidentally having me be the person that runs her because I say stupid things. And so she feels really bad about like wanting to be safe, and also she's got a little bit of pain. She got a little bit of
I'm
ouchies
currently like
all around her.
knocking on this concrete still. Just...
And she's trying to knock back, but she's a ghost, and it doesn't do anything because she's in the ground again. Anyway, passing it to Rev, wherever they is.
Hey guys, I'm Sanguine Rev. I'm mostly here on Roll for Respawn, but you can also find me in other places that you can find me. I will be streaming tomorrow night with Thirsty Gay Thursday with these cool kids. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Having a good time, y'all.
And back to Britt. I can't hear you, buddy. Okay,
It's
maybe
okay,
not
Brett.
back to
You talk, and I will say for you. Hi, I'm Brett. You can find me at Just Brett on TikTok, or well, Paladad on TikTok. I think it's still. Or did you go back to Just Brett on TikTok?
Daddy.
No.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to call him that.
No.
You're not allowed to
there
call him
he
that.
is.
Oh, you
Nope.
are.
There he
You're
is.
back.
My
That's what it takes.
Discord decided to
spam.
fix my mic for me and switch it
Oh.
again. But
how
I have been the
helpful.
keeper. Just Brett. I stream Monday through Friday. I'll here on Twitch under the name Just Brett. Be sure to see me there. 3 T's. I am grateful and appreciative that you guys are enjoying this show. I will not be here on Thirsty Gay Thursdays, but be sure to check out our YouTube and our other platforms. Also check out our Patreon, and if you're not subscribed or following, please do so. We'd appreciate you being here. But we are so grateful that you have joined us on this adventure.
See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.